My name's Tommy Matthews. I'm doing this competition because I want to be tested. I was in the military for 10 years. It's trained like you're gonna fight. So I think that training gets embedded in you, and so I think that'll definitely benefit me.
My name is Michael Gould. This is my hobby. I mostly make armor. Occasionally I make a knife, because if you have a suit of armor, you've got to have a sword to go with it.
My name is Herbert Robertson. I go by Sindri when I'm smithing. Okay, Sindri is Old Norse for sparks. I am so excited to be able to hand a blade over to Doug Marcaida, because if I make it to round 2, if he says it will heal, I can go home happy.
My name's Dana Dupuis. I've been blacksmithing for about 6 years. I'm excited to play with all the toys. Big Blue, hydraulic presses, yeah.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the Forge. You're about to experience a competition in 3 rounds that's designed to test every aspect of your bladesmithing capabilities in front of a panel of expert judges who will tell us which of you is the next Forged in Fire champion, leaving here with a check for $10,000. Let's meet your judges now. Up first, 2-time Forged in Fire champion, Ben Abbott. Next is historic weapons recreation specialist David Baker. Last, edged weapons specialist Doug Marcaida. Gentlemen, on your anvils is a cloth. I'd like you to go ahead and lift up that cloth. That is a 6-inch rod of W1 steel from which you will forge your blades. And in this first round of competition, there will be no signature blades in your signature style. Nope. Today, we're having you forge a very specific weapon from history, and that weapon is the Crusader Dagger. A Crusader Dagger was a useful sidearm to Crusader Knights for doing a little CQB work, that close quarters battle, and handy for stabbing, thrusting, and slashing, but equally capable as a field tool for chopping, carving, and even eating. Your daggers need to measure up to the following parameters. The length of your blade must be between 12 and 15 inches. You must have a quad hollow or a diamond-shaped grind on your double-edged blade, and you must also include a through tang.
I'm in shock because I have no idea how to do this. I've never made a double-sided dagger at all.
Keep in mind that in the second round, you'll attach handles to these Crusader daggers, making them fully functional. We'll test them for strength and durability in a sheet metal stab, and for edge retention and a money bag slice. Good luck, bladesmiths. Your 3 hour starts now. They've got this 6-inch long piece of W1 round, which is 18 cubic inches of steel.
That's too much steel there. Whittle it down to something that's manageable. Otherwise, you're gonna be fighting with it all the way through.
I grab a piece of pipe. As soon as I get the welding, I'm looking. Two guys are using the welders. So I'm waiting. And waiting. Please, to God, hurry up. I finally got my work stick on with the welder. Now it's in the forge, and I'm waiting for it to heat. I'm like, it took a good 15, 20 minutes for it to get hot enough, so now I can actually start forging.
Sindri welded a work stick onto the backside of that bar, and he's got it into his forge. No management of the sides of it. Hopefully he does that in the forging process.
My steel's up to temperature. I'm thinking I could go right to the press, and it doesn't move the metal at all. I'm gonna need something a little bit more powerful than that press. And then look over at Big Blue. I've never worked with Big Blue, but I tell you what, I'm in love.
As I go over to Big Blue and start hammering away, I can tell that my handle is probably not long for the world. I don't want it to break off.
I think I'm gonna have to jump in there and grab it with a set of tongs and press it in the press.
In addition to the size parameters, I need to add the diamond grind. And what I want to do is use a fullering tool. I started out looking around at the tools that were available and realized I did not have a proper spring fuller. Screw it, I'm just going to make one.
Looks like Michael's making some kind of tool back there.
You know what? He's making a fullering tool. Once he's got his billet drawn out, he'll use that to hammer the quad hollows into his blade.
Hopefully he's smart enough to use it on the press and not Big Blue, because Big Blue has a way of just blowing things like that apart.
Bladesmiths, 1 hour
want to start working on profiling the blade tip, start flattening it out on the anvil a little bit, and man, I'm not seeing the material move much at all.
Tommy's heading over to the press on the left side. He's got a nice long billet.
I'm gonna do a little bit of the profiling on the grinder to kind of clean everything up, but I think I've got the general shape that I want.
What the heck is that shiny glove?
It looks like Michael's brought his own gauntlet to use instead of a glove.
I have an old injury in my wrist, so I put this on, and it protects my wrist from further injury. I'm drawing the blade out. Once I have a nice square stock, I'm going to start using my fullering tool.
So I walk over to Big Blue, and I'm in heaven. I'm in nirvana. This is jamming and hammering. I'm forging out the blade. I want the point to be thicker, a little more robust, so it can punch through sheet metal. Then I started making a tang on my knife. Now I'm like, oh, thank goodness. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. I might be able to complete this challenge.
Now that my billet's the length I need, my focus shifts to the tang.
You can see that dagger shape starting to be formed there.
My game plan is to finish out this tang, make sure I'm within parameters, and start grinding. I have never done a quad grind or a diamond grind before, so this is inexperience.
Tommy's heading over to the van. It looks like he's doing some thermocycling.
When you're forging and you're mashing all this metal and hammering on it, you're making those molecules in the steel are doing all kinds of crazy things. So you're gonna heat your blade up, and then you're gonna slow cool it down and let the molecules kind of reset. Went through the 3 cycles, everything seemed pretty good. So at this point, I'm getting ready to go to the grinder. I'm going for that flat diamond grind, and I'm really stoked with how it's going.
Bladesmiths, 2 hours has elapsed.
Once I established the tang that I was satisfied in the Ricasa, the plan is to start using my fullering tool.
Ah, son of mother, God.
Uh-oh.
I ran into a problem, and it was a gnarly one. My center strong back, it is now wandering to one side or the other, and I'm trying to walk it over, but it's insistently wandering down the side. And I thinned the material to the point it was not recoverable. I'm just gonna chop it off.
He's cut off that section of steel that was just wonky. Michael really needs to make a turnaround in this last hour of competition.
I really want to forge into fuller, but I don't have the time, so we're gonna use the grinder to establish that diamond cross pattern.
My blade is rough. I know I'm gonna have to do a lot of grinding and profiling the blade.
Dan at the far end, who's kind of got a blade shape. There's a lot of kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
The taper's a little too extreme.
I'm working like a madman, and I'm telling you, it's harder than the hinges of Hades.
45 minutes!
I'm running out of time. Something in the back of my head say, hey, go quench. I get my blade up to temperature, I stick it in the oil. I see the center line is still nice and hot. I think I've got a good quench.
The core of his blade is red hot. Is he out of the oil too fast?
Way too fast. No such thing as quenching for too long.
Are you serious? It's not hard at all. So I got to get back in the forge, quench it again.
The fact that it's sitting at that high temperature for so long, it grows the grain. And once you have grain structure that's large, you end up with a much more brittle blade.
It is still not hardened.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I hate to do it again, but I've got to get this steel back in the forge.
Are you serious?
Back to the forge. Century's back in the forge.
All that's going through my head. Please be hard, please be hard, please don't crack. It's like having a dog. Be good. Blade comes out, got this beautiful color to it. I take the file. Nope, damn it. It's biting. So I have to re-quench it.
I'm feeling like I may be going home.
You get it?
No, that thing was yellow.
Look on the bright side. I had the same problem, so.
Time's starting to run out. I feel that I'm not gonna make it.
I need this quench to work.
Sindri, continuing to have quench problems, perhaps not allowing that blade to cool down for long enough in the oil.
I am feeling beyond stress. I feel like I'm behind the curve. I need this quench to work.
Please.
Do the file test, and it's skating. So I'm feeling really good.
There goes Dana again.
So I file test my blade, and it seems to be hard. Got that. Okay, it's skating. I'm like, all right, that's it, done.
That guy isn't making a Crusader's dagger. That thing is wide, it's long, and it's nasty looking.
I decide I'm gonna go ahead and quench the blade at this point. Smelled a little beard hair, but not too much.
I think that's gonna have to do.
10 minutes!
I'm feeling a little bit of pressure.
Michael being our one smith who has yet to complete his quench, and this competitor has struggled throughout this competition. The question is, can he pull it out at the end?
Arm cramp.
What is that? And Michael dropped it.
I said some bad French words. Have to grab a magnet, fish it out.
Well, there you go.
Oh, look, he got his fullering tool there. It's an oil diving magnet.
The tool paid off.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmith, shut down your machines. Drop your tools. This first round of competition is over.
There you go. Great camaraderie.
I'm feeling exhausted, but also pleased with myself because I actually made a blade in 3 hours.
Bladesmiths, the first round of competition is over, and it's time for the judges to take a closer look at your work. Tommy, you're up first. Please present your blade to the judges.
You've got really nice straight lines on this blade, but this is a big blade, man. There's a lot here.
Tommy, you're in the Army, right? As an infantryman, how important is the weight of everything that you carry to your operations?
Very important.
All right, man. Act as if.
Roger that.
Michael, you're up next. Please present your blade to the judges.
Michael, the shape isn't a traditional shape for a Crusader dagger. It's got this very long taper to the tip there. Aside from that, the grinds just need attention. They're rough, but you spent a lot of time smithing and didn't have a lot of time to grind, so I'm happy you got to where you did. Well done.
Thank you.
Take a breath, Sindri, because you're up next. Please present your blade to the judges.
Among all the blades, this is the closest shape for what we're looking for a Crusader dagger. Good job on that. But here's the main concern. There are cracks, and they go across the edge of your blade. And we've seen that those are areas that can pretty much break during a very stressful test. But overall, good job.
All right, Dana, you're up. Please present your dagger to the judges.
Well, Dana, this is a sort of gladius-looking shape. It has shoulders here that are coming to a point. Not really the sort of Gothic arch of a Crusader dagger. There's also quite a warp that is developed, you can see. I mean, there's a lot of meat up here at the tip. Maybe you'd be within grinder range, but it is a solid piece of steel.
Thank you.
Bladesmiths, the judges' deliberation is complete. They've made a final decision. Bladesmith leaving the forge is... Sindri, your blade didn't make the cut. Ben Abbott's gonna tell you why.
Well, Sindri, with W1 steel, repeatedly quenching from such elevated temperatures, you increase the risk of growing grain and cracking. That certainly happened in your blade, and that's why we're sending you home.
Sindri, please surrender your blade.
I'm disappointed because I felt like I could do better. When I'm forging at home, I don't normally have that clock bearing down on me. I just let it get to me, but it's not going to deter me from going home and making more knives. But you have not seen the last of Sindri.
All right, Bladesmiths, you've made it to the second round of this competition, and now that your blades have been tempered, it's time to turn them into fully functional Crusader daggers by attaching handles to them. Additionally, you'll have to attach a crossguard and pommel to your blades. You have 3 hours in which to complete this process. remind you that after your blades have been tested, one of you will have to surrender your Crusader dagger and leave the forge. Good luck. Your 3 hour starts now. Tommy's over at the Flat Platinum on the grinder just trying to put that blade on a diet.
My grinder technique is definitely a little bit different, I think. I'm almost like in a rocking motion where I'm just going with that flow. I'll notice that I'm doing it sometimes, and it just kind of chuckle.
The hardest part right now is to actually get this bend out.
If Dana does this and he does straighten the blade out, he has taken whatever temper is in the blade and removed it. It needs to requench and retemper.
Yeah.
I will turn in something. Hopefully it works well.
Well, the judges explained that the shape was completely wrong, so I'm trying to get back to where I follow those parameters. It looks like a Crusader blade. I'm looking at this thing and it's like, okay, the shape is good. Step 2, put a cross guard on. Quite frankly, this is so out of my wheelhouse. But you know what? I'm here.
So I start working on the guard, laying it out. I'm drilling these holes in so I can put the slot in so that it slides over the tang. I run over to a Dremel station, cutting out the slot. I feel like I'm burning a lot of time.
Bladesmiths, you have just 90 minutes remaining to finish your work.
Hogging out some more material. The next time I go and try to put my guard on, it just drops right down on there, so now it's too big. The only thing that I can think of...
Welding!
Oh, no, don't do it. You're superheating your steel right at the junction between the blade and tang, and you can run into some problems where it hardens there, it's more brittle there, you get grain growth there.
This might not be the most ideal way to do it, but this is probably my best option.
I gotta start my handle, so I go to the pantry and I grab a piece of camel bone. All right, I think this is gonna work. Of course it cracked.
That bone has a fin that runs down the middle of it. He thought he could just drive it down and break that fin out.
Okay, well, I'll grab another one. Of course it cracked. All right. What do you call somebody that does the same thing twice? An idiot? I'm an idiot.
I need to compress my guard so it locks it onto the tang. I'm feeling confident. The battle plan is unfolding beautifully.
Oh, man. No, oh, my God.
A 3/4 chunk is gone. I'm out. I'm done.
This is a meltdown.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
I have no tip, I have no handle, and I only have an hour left.
Now he's gonna reprofile that tip, bump some of that ricasso down, and he's gonna have a blade that's in the right shape.
I have a huge amount to do. I know that I don't have enough time to finish it, but I'm not gonna stop.
So I decide I'm gonna wrap the handle. I can layer it up, I can make it a super comfortable handle in your hand, and it'll be very secure.
I'm really not a fan of just wrapping the whole thing with paracord and calling it a handle.
I know it might be a cheap way out, but you know, this is a competition, and I've got other things that I need to focus on.
Feels nice.
15 minutes.
15 minutes left to sharpen the blade and make it don't look too much like a turd. I'm in panic mode. I need some kind of handle.
Dana's put tape on his tang. It looks like he's using a little bit of epoxy to coat that paper tang with and then wrap strips of leather around. Dave.
Yeah, I checked out.
I'm gonna use every last second to sharpen the blade, trying to get it with the proper blade geometry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bladesmith, shut down your machines, drop your tools. This second round of bladesmithing competition is over.
It is what it is. It's a blade. It will poke holes in things.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the strength test, the steel sheet stab. To test the strength and durability of your blades, as well as the overall construction of your Crusader daggers, I will be batoning them into these steel sheets. Tommy, you're up.
Going into the sheet metal stab, I'm worried that I could lose my tip. If that thing breaks off, it could be game over. I can feel my heart pounding.
Tommy, the profile is very good. It's large. The cord wrap, although I thought it was a bit of a runaround, it is comfortable and it's well done. All in all, it's a great blade.
Thank you, sir.
Dana, you're up next.
I'm excited I'm here. I basically threw everything together very quickly. I'm just waiting for shrapnel.
First things first, you and I both know that's not a handle. The tang bent because there was nothing backing it up. That's a huge issue. The tip on the steel lost a bit. There's a piece that came off the end. All in all, I'm excited that you got a dagger in.
Thank you.
Michael, you're up. Are you ready?
Ready or not, here we go.
I love it.
In the round 2 portion, I snapped the tip off my blade, and I'm just worried that it is going to explode on first strike.
Well, Michael, there is some edge roll right here, right near the tip, but otherwise, it's one dagger. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, bladesmiths, this is the sharpness test, the coin bag slice. Today, I will use your Crusader dagger and try to liberate the coins inside this bag. Tommy, you're up first. You ready?
I'm ready, sir.
All right, Tommy, as you can see, it just obliterated that bag. Your edges are sharp. It is comfortable to wield, and it will cut. All right, Michael, it's your turn. You ready?
Let's see what this butter knife can do.
All right, Mike, your blade kind of cuts, but it also rips. A slash doesn't penetrate all the way. But overall, sir, it will cut.
Thank you.
All right, Dana, it's your turn. You ready?
Sure. I'm going into the coin bag slice with a broken tip and my tang is bent. I don't think it's gonna perform at all. I'm going into the coin bag slice. I already have damage to my tip. I'm sweating. All I'm thinking is, it's gonna snap, it's gonna snap.
Dana, let's talk about your blade here. First up, the handle. You could have beefed this one up. It's not a real handle, but you made it functional, and overall, for this test, it'll cut.
Thank you, sir.
Bladesmiths, the judge's deliberation is complete. They've made a final decision. The bladesmith leaving the forge is Dana. Your blade didn't make the cut. Doug Markite is going to tell you why.
A handle is an integral part of a knife. It's what connects the end user to the functionality of the blade. It's not a real handle, and that's the reason we're sending you home.
I understand.
Dana, please surrender your dagger.
I'm going home because I don't have a handle. Other than that, I made a lasting friendship with 3 really cool dudes. It's like a brotherhood. It's a family.
Tommy, Michael, congratulations. Your Crusader daggers have landed you in the final round of this competition. Now we're sending you back to your home forges to recreate an iconic weapon from history. That weapon is the steel takedown bow. Take a good look, gentlemen, because this isn't just any bow. This one is inspired by the new film Robin Hood, and here to give you some insights into this weapon system are the stars of the film Robin Hood, Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx.
Thank you, Will Bladesmiths. First of all, congratulations to both of you. Making it this far in your competition, you should be very proud. Forging quality weapons is no easy feat.
That's true. The filming of Robin Hood gave us both a deeper appreciation of the craftsmanship that goes into making a hand-forged weapon.
Yes. We also figured it would be helpful for you to get a first little taste of what our Robin Hood is all about.
I can fire 2 arrows a second.
Yeah, you could fire 2 arrows a second.
You think you're faster? Shoot me.
Beg your pardon?
You've killed hundreds of us. What's one more?
Okay.
Please. I said shoot me. Too slow. Fast as you can. Again. Come on, English. Again. Too slow.
Cooking. Yeah. Now that you've had a front row view of Robin Hood, we'll let Will hit you with parameters, rules, and specifics.
Good luck to you both.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
You guys feeling the pressure now?
Yep.
All right. Your bows must feature an all-steel construction and measure between 44 and 46 inches in length. Additionally, due to the clandestine nature of Robin Hood's operations, this bow must be easily broken down into its separate components for concealment and then reassembled for target engagement. You must have 3 arrows that feature a bodkin tip that is at least 1 1/4 inches in length. And for those up-close and personal moments in combat, we'd like you to put a knuckle duster on this bow as well. You'll have 5 days at your home forge in which to complete this challenge. At the end of those 5 days, you'll return and present your bows to our panel of expert judges. And only after they've thoroughly tested them will they declare one of you the Forged and Fire champion who walks out of here with a check for $10,000. Good luck. We'll see you in 5 days.
It's day 1 here at the Forge. I plan to start working on the grip. I'm gonna try to do it kind of period correct and actually have it screw together. So I'm gonna weld these 2 pieces in here, and then I'm gonna cut the head off of this bolt right here. So this will be threading into both of these pieces. She's a little long-winded, but she'll work. Now the idea is to cut 2 grooves, 1 on either side, so that I can slide this piece in there and then forge weld it all together. Now it's time to move on to the limbs of the bow. So I got 2 basic different styles. I think I might try to go a little bit more for this one. I think this little arch right here actually gives you a little bit more oomph on that release. I feel pretty good. I'm still motivated, I'm still driven. Don't want to let Jamie Foxx down.
I'm really happy to be back home. For this build, because of the size, I've got to configure my new propane forge because I need to really be able to heat all components of the bow up at once. I expect I need to be further along. I really want to burn something before the evening is out.
Beautiful morning here in Cleveland, day 2. Slept like a rock last night. The one limb that I have is looking really good, so I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit, and I'm gonna quench that thing and then work on some other stuff. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'd like to say that it remained nice and straight, but it's not really a straight piece, so it held the shape that I had it in. I didn't feel anything bad happen. I think we're good.
I got the prods, they're 22 inches. I need to quench these tonight because at this point, I am pressed for time. Running out of time. I finally got it, it's red. I hook a wire to the holes I'd already drilled and I dunk it into the oil. It's looking good. So I'm ready to do my second one. Oh, the first prod got knocked off the wire. Are we kidding me? I'm concerned because I'm really worried about this thing breaking. Oh, pull the hook out, it's gone. Are we kidding me? I'm concerned because I'm really worried about this thing breaking. I had to take one of my big yardsticks that's about 5 foot long, tape a magnet to it and go for a little fishing expedition. There we go. I think we might actually be okay.
This is a fire and forget weapon. A mild steel arrowhead is going to either penetrate you or miss you. If it penetrates your armor and goes in your body and breaks off, it's kind of a win-win. So that's why I chose to go with these. We'll see what happens in testing. Bullseye.
The prods have been tempering overnight. I have 10 hours left. I'll assemble it with nuts and bolts. Then I rivet it together after doing whatever decoration I can weasel together. It'll work. It could really punch, really hurt. It has a tremendous stack up, which makes it pretty easy to string. And when you come up, it's pretty light until you get about here, and then really you have to really push into it. Ouch.
Bladesmiths, welcome back to the Forge. You fellas have had 5 days at your home forges to work on your steel takedown Persian recurve bows and bodkin-tipped arrows. Tommy, how did it go?
I think it came together pretty well. Used 1095 steel and some curly maple in the handle materials. I think it went good overall.
Michael, how'd it go for you?
Pretty well. The prods were a little bit difficult. I learned a lot in the process. I'm pretty pleased.
All right, here's how this works, gentlemen. Your weapons will be put through a series of 3 tests. Dave?
Gentlemen, first up, the function test. To test the function of your bows, I will be firing 3 arrows at our target. Now, this test is not about whether your arrows hit the target or not. It's about how the bow feels to the user. Tommy, you're up first. Are you ready?
Let it loose.
So we asked for a takedown bow, so first things first.
Going into the testing, it's kind of one of those feelings. You're nervous, you're excited, you want it to be over with. Let's get this thing going.
Very cool. Nice construction. All right, Tommy, first off, the artistry you put into this is a lot of fun. The work you did, the file work, which is great. The takedown construction's very simple, breaks down into very small parts. It fires beautifully. It's nice the way you pull, and it's a really even pull and then really loads up about right there, telling you right where you want to stop. All in all, I think you did a great job. It's a good shooting bow.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Michael, your turn. You ready?
Yes, sir. I'm more nervous than excited to see my bow get tested.
All right, same drill.
The thing that I'm most concerned about is the breaking of bowstrings. I was having nightmares of being thrown off the forge with Dave having a big old welt right down the middle of his forehead, compliments of my bow.
I don't know how concealable this is, but it's definitely fun. All right, so Michael, that shelf that you got there actually allows me to line the air up cleanly since there's no knock point on the string. I was able to shoot a pretty tight group. My concern is it's kind of even draw and it really stacks up heavy at the very end there. And it's a heavy bow. It's got a lot of weight to it. Other than the weight, this kind of moves a little bit. It didn't affect my shooting at all, but I'm worried that it could. It would be nice if there was some kind of a locking mechanism to bite that together. That being said, it's a good-looking piece. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right, weaponsmiths, this is the kill test. To test the lethality of your bows and arrows, I will fire at this ballistic dummy. Tommy, you're up first. You ready?
Ready.
All right, Tommy, let's talk about your bow right here. First up, I really like the way it feels when you grab onto it. It's a comfortable hold onto that. It's easy to draw upon. As I'm trying to shoot here, first arrow a little bit on low side, try to compensate, same area, but I hit it in the groin. I hit it in the artery, and that would be a kill.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Michael, you're next. You ready?
Let the gray gulls fly.
All right, Michael, let's talk about your bow. First up, I really want to punch something with this. I mean, that is wicked in close quarters. I really like the notch that you have right in there so where it can rest. It allows me to sight in and make adjustments so that I can keep it in one grouping. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to be a little bit of a Robin Hood right there. The big issue I have with this is a lot heavier. But overall, sir, your bow and arrow will kill.
Thank you.
Hello, bladesmiths. This is the strength test. Robin Hood was a champion of the people. He didn't run around attacking common folk. He attacked knights, armored knights. And to that end, I'm going to test the strength and durability of your bow and arrows by firing them at this armored knight, aiming at the ceramic chest plate. Tom, you're up first. You ready?
Let's do it. 100 different design choices when I was putting this bow together, and I think I put the least amount of thought into the actual bodkins. And I think that could come back to bite me. I'm really freaking out because they're mild steel. They're probably gonna bend. I'm pretty sure I'm going home. Going into testing, I'm worried that my mild steel fire and forget arrows might not have been the best choice.
Well, Tommy, your heads are still firmly affixed to the shafts. That's a good thing. But each of your arrowheads has taken a bend at the top. You know, some of them are curled all the way around. But they did hold together, and your bow was fun to shoot, so well done.
Thank you.
Michael, you're up. Are you ready?
What's more into the breach?
All right. Shakespeare.
I'm worried about my tips shattering when they hit the ceramic plate. For me to win, I need my arrows to survive the strength test, period.
Well, Michael, Michael, the first thing I feel when I pick up this bow is its weight. Holding it out for any length of time is going to be tiresome on your shoulder. It took me a minute to get used to the fact that the shape of the limbs causes it to stack pretty significantly. There is a point beyond which I can't pull it. It is stacked right there completely. I mean, you keep pulling it if you want, but something's going to go. I wish there was some mechanical safety on these pins, because I am a little nervous that if I did drop this, it might pop open. If I'm in the middle of a fight, I wouldn't want my bow to come apart. Now let's talk about your arrows. The tip that didn't hit the plate is in perfect order. The next one flattened its tip. The third one has a pretty significant bend to the arrowhead, but in general, they're all still tight and in one piece, so well done.
Thank you, sir.
Tommy, Michael, when you guys showed up to the forge, you had no idea what was in store for you. We had you make Crusader daggers, and then we're given instructions by Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx from the new Robin Hood film on your bows. The judges have made their final decision. Our next Forged in Fire champion is Tommy. Congratulations, you're the Forged in Fire champion. Michael, unfortunately, your weapon didn't make the cut. David Baker's gonna tell you why.
Michael, you brought us a really creative and unique designed bow, but its large weight, even in the takedown position, would be difficult to conceal. And its short draw length, well, those two things led us to this decision.
Michael, you did a great job, but at this time I have to ask you to please surrender your bow.
I made 3 great friends, have expanded my horizons. Tommy's bow was higher quality. His attention to detail was exquisite. Tommy, you rock, brother.
Tommy, congratulations. You are the Forged in Fire champion, and that's a title that comes with a check for $10,000. Please present your bow to the judges.
Gladly. I am bringing the Forged in Fire title back to the 216. Shout out to all my friends and family from Cleveland, Ohio. Definitely feeling emotional right now. It's been a hard-fought battle. I am the Forged in Fire champion. Amazing.